Hey guys, Izzy from Easy Scatty. Just bought my 2016 Dodge Charger RT Scat Pack and wanted to tell you about this car. Amazing car, just loving it. Every time I come out and drive it, it's just love and brilliance, and it's beautiful. It's a beauty. Mine is all pitch black. It has a 6.4 liter engine. The difference between RT, SRT, and RT Scat Pack is the fact that there are people, they're looking for lots of power. They don't care about what the engine is, what the interior looks like, or what are the amenities in the car. Does it have Bluetooth? Does it have a nice sound system? Does it have navigation? They don't care about anything. All they care about is power. And I'm one of those guys. All I want is lots and lots of power. And this car delivers hands down. So, the difference between, you can define the RT Scat Pack as the mid-range, mid-level SRT, or low-level SRT but high-level RT, meaning that it's a low-level or high-level RT trim but has the power of SRT. So, for example, an RT Dodge Charger RT can go up to $37,000, but an SRT, the price range is up to $56,000, $57,000. So there's a $20,000 gap. So they have to place a car somewhere in the middle over there so that people who can afford up to $45,000 but cannot go up to $55,000, they can spend that money and get the power of SRT model. So, as a lot of people already know who are watching this video, this car makes 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque, and all of it goes to the rear wheel. And the performance, the deliverance is amazing. You put your foot down and this car responds like nothing else. And Dodge should have placed this TorqueFlite ZF transmission 8-speed long time ago into their cars, but I don't know why they delayed for too long. They kept thinking that the 5-speed that they borrowed from Mercedes is a good transmission, and because it only has 5-speed, it is easier to shift, and it's a better transmission. But I'm here to tell you this ZF 8-speed TorqueFlite transmission is amazing. It's a monster. It switches so fast. I haven't driven any transmission like PKD from Porsche or a dual clutch transmission, but this is pretty good. I mean, the response time on this car is amazing. I've never experienced anything like that. So a couple of things about this car. All around, it's a very, very nice interior for the price range. In order to get this kind of power, you have to look into German cars, like BMW, Mercedes, stuff like that. And they all cost maybe twice as much. If you're talking 500 horsepower, and you're looking at BMW M5 or Mercedes E63 AMG, and they cost brand new all the way up to 100 grand, maybe more. whereas this is a steal. I bought this car at $39,000. This is a steal for that price range. This power, it's amazing. And not only that, the looks, the beauty, this car is beautiful. Outside, I've never received that many comments and compliments and stares. People are looking at it constantly. Everywhere I go, if there are people around, they're looking at it. It's a beautiful car, and it has navigation, it has Bluetooth, it has rear view backup camera, so, and it has an Alpine sound system, so it offers everything that is necessary to drive a good car for a 40 grand car. You look at a fully loaded Camry, and they're going for $35,000 price range. That's a lot of money, but they don't deliver the power. First of all, they're front-wheel drive cars, so they cannot go any more than 270, 280 horsepower. That's it. If they go above that, then they have to implement torque vectoring, which means that costs more money. Okay, which means that they have to control the front wheels so that they won't go to the right when somebody punches the car or punches the gas to go fast. But in this car, we all know that there's a Hellcat. The only thing that's missing in this car is 275 or 275 wide tires, which can be easily installed. It's not that expensive, but once you do that, then you can put the power down a lot. From factory, the tires are not good enough, but that's an easy fix. One thing that I wanted to mention here is that there is a sport button right here, okay? That directly relates to this sport mode setup, and there's a default mode setup. So currently, if the sport button is not pressed, the car is automatically in default mode. So if I press this default mode setup, I've placed everything in normal except the pedal. I don't know why they've placed it there. Why would anybody want to turn off the pedals? Anyway, I've placed the transmission is in normal mode, the traction control is in normal mode, and the steering is also in normal mode. If I am to press the steering into norm or go into the sport, right away I feel like the steering wheel becomes heavier, and if the road is curving, then I have to, place a lot of power or hold the steering wheel, and it's harder to hold the steering wheel because it's in the sport mode. So I keep it in comfort mode. But if I go to the sport mode setup, that's where I place everything in the sport area, so that as soon as I press the sport button, everything just clicks into the sport setup. One thing that this car doesn't have, and the SRT does have, is the suspension setup. This car is on a stiffer suspension. It rides on a stiffer suspension, so it's always riding stiffer. It's like a tank. You'll feel every bump, and some people like it. They want to feel the road, so you're feeling everything. Every little bump that's coming in, up and down, you'll feel it in your steering wheel, in your seat. You'll feel it. The other thing that SRT has that this car doesn't is the 6-piston Brembo brakes. This one has 4-piston Brembo brakes, but I've heard from someone that the difference between the 6-piston and 4-piston Brembo brakes is only 3 feet. I mean, that's a lot, but if you're careful, that's okay. And the other one is the 275 wide tires, and this one has 245 wide tires. From the stop to pick up the car from the stop 245s are not enough, and the 0 to 60 times would be less because the tires are spinning, because you're not putting all the power down. But if you put 275, or if you can find a way to put 315 tires on it, you can put real good times on this car. You can go up to 4 seconds. Right now, I think the maximum that you can get is like 4.4, maybe 4.5, but you can go down to 4 seconds, 0 to 60 times, and that's pretty good. Alright guys, that's enough for today. I'll post some more videos. Again, this is my second day of this car. I'm learning to drive it. It's been an amazing experience. If you guys like this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and if you guys like it, then we'll keep bringing more videos for you guys. Thank you very much.